For a while, it felt like we'd never win a Super Bowl in this series. For years, we struggled to build the right offense around the right quarterback, and I thought we'd have to build that elite offense if we wanted to compete for a title. But little did I know, defense can still win championships, even in this era dominated by offense. When we won that title 2 years ago, I knew we had something special. We set out to return to the Super Bowl again last year, and it took an odds-defying run to make it back to the Super Bowl, unlike anything we've seen. The offense is the reason we got to the Super Bowl, and then the defense was the reason we won it. Facing our old quarterback, Taquan Layton, he could not solve this vaunted Broncos defense as we hoisted our second consecutive Lombardi trophy. It's the second time the Broncos franchise has won back-to-back titles. So what'd we do after that? We decided that after defying the odds, we would simply dominate and play the best defense we ever had. This year we led the league in forced fumbles, in takeaways, yardage allowed, points allowed, and red zone defense. That's our specialty. Things may have been tough to open the year, but us being 2-3 is a distant memory, as the Broncos have not lost any games since. The Rams were 9-3 in this game, and after losing to us, they never won another game all season. And of course, in the season finale, Michael Strahan's record broken by Boogie Turner, making a Hall of Fame case before he even gets to his second contract. This team had a lot of fun this year, and now we try to make a little more history, chasing a third straight championship. Welcome back to the Super Bowl, everybody. Super Bowl 61 from Miami, with our Denver Broncos taking on the NFC's champion, the Chicago Bears. We defied the odds to make it to the Super Bowl a year ago, and Chicago has done the same after only being a 7-9 team but winning their division and then shocking everybody along the way to make it to the Super Bowl. It's the same Super Bowl matchup we had a couple years ago. That was a hard-fought defensive battle, but Denver won 24-12. That was a year our defense took things to a new level, and we've continued building off that foundation. Now today may end up being the last game this defense, as we know it, plays together. There are some big contracts that start next year and some that end after this game, but we'll talk about that later. Today, Denver tries to cement a dynasty of defense. And here we go. Welcome to the Super Bowl, everybody. Denver is up first and out of the end zone. Here comes the rookie Cameron Britt, and he gets hit at the 22-yard line. Here is the Denver offense led by second-year quarterback Nate Sheffield. In his second year, already playing in his second Super Bowl. And the Broncos open with a bunch formation, 3 receivers in the game as Corville motions wide. And they'll run it inside. Nowhere to go for Dion Price. Here is a look at this Denver offense that was the best team in the NFL this year at running the football. Dion Price and Donovan Jennings were both excellent. Today they face the Bears and their number 5 rush defense. Nate Sheffield back to pass. He's got time in the pocket and throws outside for Summers, and that is broken up. Very good coverage. The Bears defense is ranked 6th in the NFL. Khalil Mack put up over 15 sacks this year, while Alan Argento broke out as a 20-year-old rookie, getting 9.5. It's a great Bears defense, but they are missing free safety Eddie Jackson today. Third down on the opening drive. Sheffield gets it away over the top to Dion Price. He's behind the defense, and he will go all the way. 78-yard touchdown. Everybody saves a little something for the Super Bowl they haven't displayed all year. We have not seen Dion Price stretch the field like that from the running back position. And the Broncos unleash it to go up 7-0 and put some quick pressure on Drew Lock in this offense. Lock has now been with Chicago for 6 years in this series. Bears start on 1st and 10, and Lock airs it out. He's got a man downfield. That's Lamar Williams. He's been on a few teams over the years, and now the number 2 receiver on Chicago. That's a 26-yard connection. The Bears were just ranked 30th in offense this year as Williams makes his second catch and is across midfield. Williams put up 537 receiving yards on the year. Some motion here from Tariq Cohen, and he's got some blocking, and he'll get inside the 40-yard line. 7 yards for Chicago, and a nice opening sequence. Tossing outside, Cohen on the edge, has the first down, and Chicago takes it inside the 30. What a start for the Bears. In field goal range now, it's Lock on 1st down, again airing it out, and the catch is made! At the 5-yard line, it's Cole Kendrick. He got behind Tommy Jordan for 25 yards, and the Bears are now 5 yards away from tying the ball game. The question coming into this game is, how would Chicago move the ball? They're doing just fine so far. Handoff now goes to Devin Knox, and he gets even closer. The Bears are at the 1. Here is the Chicago offense. And last episode, I talked about how they were the worst scoring team in the NFL. So you already know they win with defense. But this could be a huge opening drive score. Lock fakes to Knox, throws to the end zone, and it's broken up. We talked about how good this Broncos red zone defense is. And that's the reason they don't allow many points. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention they're number 1 in sacks this year to go with everything else they're ranked first in. And Eric McKinney is back today as well. They're fully healthy. And it's 3rd and goal now. Trips left. Lock has to make a play and sails the pass out of bounds. Williams was double covered. And there is the Denver defense once again. The Bears get all the way to the 1. And that last yard is usually the toughest against Denver. Still a solid start, but now 7-3 as Denver takes over. Back to Deion Price now on the handoff. He gets outside, makes a man miss, and he has the first down. His big playability this year has made a huge difference. Again to Price, running left and tripped up, falling ahead to the 45. Price getting most of the early snaps. Now Sheffield on 3rd down has Wright wide open. Fashawn Wright has a first down, and Denver continues in Chicago territory. It's Jennings in the game now, and he gets met immediately and goes nowhere. That brings up 3rd down and 7 for Denver. Have to get to the 36. Pass hauled in by Levi Summers, and he is taken down at the 40. Could not turn the corner. So we'll see a field goal try now. This is Rory Haylett-Swinton, who hit a 64-yarder in the title game. And now from 57, he splits the uprights. It's 10-3 Broncos. Chicago's got to show they can keep up with Denver. Here is a pitch now, and Stanley Jones, the tight end, is able to get close to a first down. I like how creative this offense has been to start. They've been aggressive, and now a catch by Allen Robinson, and they're going to get Miles Jack here for a face mask. Chicago back into plus territory. 1st and 10 for Drew Lock. He'll air it out again, and the catch is made! Chicago to the 23. This time it's Cooper. Chicago once again driving on this defense through the air. 1st and 10 now. Pressure incoming! Ball is out! Recovered by Eric Palmer! He's across the 50! Luck giving chase! Palmer slowing down! And Luck brings him down at the 1! What did I say earlier? Nobody forces more fumbles than Denver. And Xavier Watts always seems to make a big play in the Super Bowl. Denver doesn't blitz much. Locke never saw it coming. Donovan Jennings now into the end zone! Touchdown, Broncos! And just like that, it's a 17-3 ball game, when Chicago was on the verge of potentially tying it at 10. That's how tough it is to compete with the Denver Broncos, but you gotta give the Bears credit for the way they're battling here. Locke already 10 of 13, over a 130 in the air. Play action now. Locke to Robinson inside the 30. Chicago isn't backing down. They're driving again. First quarter winding down now. They hand it off. Cohen fighting his way, but struggling to make it to the 25. Here's an empty set again. Cohen in the slot. Locke needs 8. He'll fire underneath, and the catch is made. But no first down for Chicago. And they'll bring out the field goal team. Daniel Carlson from 37 now. And the Bears call a fake, and they won't get it! Fred Barclay is taken down by J.T. Granger. I like the call to go for it, but why not just keep your offense out there the way they're playing? That's now 3 times the Bears have driven pretty far, and they have 3 points on the board. Denver takes over on downs and gets 9 more from Price. He's off to a great start. Sheffield now on the quick pass, and that's caught by Vashawn Wright across midfield. Wright and Corville on the right side now. And Sheffield gets it away, and Love is open. He's got it for a first down. At the Bears 24, it's a new set of downs. Denver defense starting strong as well as the offense. Sheffield off the mark on this throw. He wanted Corville and missed. Everybody in tight now. Corville again to the right side. Sheffield feels the rush, throws complete to Justin Payne, and he won't get the first down as the Bears defense will get a red zone stop. Chicago now falling behind by 3 possessions. And it's Cohen getting the carry now, and he's met by Miles Jack, who has been so good for us throughout this series going back to season 2. Trying to set up the screen now on 3rd down, and there is your Defensive Player of the Year. Not that there was any doubt he'd win it, but it was official. Boogie Turner, Defensive Player of the Year after a 23-sack season. Deion Price handling punt returns here in the Super Bowl. Watch out! Across midfield, Price makes a move and lost the football! Chicago picks it up after a phenomenal return. That is such a huge play for Chicago. They're already down 17. The last thing they want to see is this comeback get even tougher. They get to steal a possession there, basically, and have the football at the 34. Short run here for Tariq Cohen. Bears very one-dimensional to start things here. And it's 3rd and 9 for Drew Lock. He faces pressure and goes down again. It's Turner! Brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 more in the Super Bowl for Boogie Turner. Under 5 to play in the first half. Sheffield delivers. Corville makes the reception, and he is at the 43-yard line. Donovan Jennings is the tailback, and it's a play fake. Sheffield gets it away. There's Ezra Love again. Across the 50, he has first down yardage. Motion now from Vashawn Wright, and Sheffield fakes. Here's pressure, and he can't get the pass away in time. It's Kirkland Reeves. That's a loss of 15 for Sheffield. First sack of the day for Chicago, now trying to force their first punt. Here's Sheffield on 3rd and 16. He'll take a shot for Wright, and he makes the catch! And he might have been hurt on the play. It is a catch at the 21. And the trainers will take a look at Vashawn Wright, and we'll see if he's okay. Denver 1st and 10. Sheffield throws the strike to Corville. They're back inside the 10-yard line. Goal to go Denver. Everything working for this team. Courtney Jean-Charles is now in the game. And he hands this to Jennings, who goes nowhere, running into Alan Argento. Sheffield back in now for 3rd and goal. 6 protecting. Sheffield fires, and the pass is broken up. And Vashawn Wright was the intended receiver. Good to see him back in the game. A 23-3 lead now for Denver. And Chicago will just take a desperation heave here, and that is caught They cannot get the timeout called, so they won't have a chance at a field goal. And despite their efforts on offense, all they manage is 3 first-half points. So far, so good for the Denver Broncos on their quest for 3 straight Super Bowl titles. Down 20. Chicago starts the third quarter with possession. This will be a very big drive for them. They have not been able to run the football, but they try it on 3rd and 5, and they catch the defense by surprise. First down, Tariq Cohen. Bears have it at the 35, and Locke, he's in trouble, and sacked by Eric Palmer, last year's sack leader. This year, second behind Boogie Turner on the team with 14. 3rd and 20 for Chicago. Locke lets it develop, loads up, and goes down again. He's sacked now by Bradley Chubb. I wasn't sure how Chicago would handle this pass rush, and they are not in a good spot right now. 23-3. Back to Denver. Wide open, Vashawn Wright makes the catch again in Chicago territory. When the offense is playing even this well, this team is almost unbeatable. Handoff Price, weaving his way through and lost the football again, but Hillhouse makes the heads-up play to recover the ball. It's a first down for Denver. Price still in the game here at the 29, running left and nowhere to go on this play. Justin Payne is slot right here on 3rd and 10. Pressure picked up, and Sheffield's pass is incomplete. Khalil Mack with great coverage against Terrell Corville, and this actually went through Corville's hands. Denver adds 3 more, now a 23-point game. Bears football, here's the deep ball again from Locke, and it is intercepted by Damian Charles. There's the big takeaway now as Locke tried to take the shot again, and now Xavier Watts over the top, able to break it up at the catch point, and Denver gets another takeaway. And they have the football at the Chicago 45. Play fake now. Outside the pocket, Sheffield wants to go deep. He'll fire it all the way across the field to Vashawn Wright, and Denver's down to the 16. As I said earlier, everything seems to be clicking for this team. Motion now and handed to Wright. He'll try to get outside and is brought down at the 9. Wright has become this team's #1 wide receiver. He's off the field now on 2nd down as the pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. And again, it's 3rd down in the red zone. Out goes Price. It's the screen, and Chicago is ready for it. That's a play that Denver runs extremely well, but they'll have to settle for another field goal. So now it's a 26-point contest. Chicago ball with 5 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's Cohen on the check down. He picks up around 6. Bears on 3rd and 3. 3 receivers in the ball game. Locke's pass is intercepted. Eric McKinney. He will go the distance on this one. Touchdown, Denver. They've broken this game wide open. And there's one of last year's playoff MVPs. In the first 5 years of his career, he had 1 interception. And then 3 picks against Pittsburgh turned him into a different player. He had 4 interceptions this year and led the team. 36-3. This defense, we've talked about it for years. They are unbelievably good. This is a very historic defense, up there with the 85 Bears, with the 2000 Ravens. And they are on the verge of making a bit of history here that no one's ever done before. Deion Price on the return again. Now the right sideline. Here he goes across midfield, and it's a short field now for the Denver offense. Price hasn't handled many kick returns or punt returns in a while, but I thought the Super Bowl would be a great time for that to return. And Courtney Jean-Charles throws this strike outside. That's hauled in by Corville. At the 38-yard line, Jean-Charles, 3rd and short. Here's the pressure, and he goes down. Alan Argento gets half credit. Well, the Bears did force a punt, but they trail by 33 and are backed up. The running game just hasn't been able to get going, and most teams that can't run against Denver don't tend to play very well. You can only rely on the passing game to do so much before turnovers and sacks become a problem. Another punt for the Chicago Bears, and back deep is Deion Price. He'll have room to return this as well. Looks outside at midfield. Can he get there? Inside the 30. Price makes another move and is brought down at the 18. Great game for Deion Price. He's ran the football well, had the big receiving touchdown. Another short field here with Courtney Jean-Charles on the rollout. He'll fire this one for Wright, who can't make the catch at the 2. Courtney Jean-Charles, the rookie, getting a lot of snaps here in the fourth quarter as Price has the football ripped away again. That's his third fumble of the day. I can't believe that. I don't think he can either. Chicago has recovered 2 of those fumbles, and they take over. This pass is broken up by Eric McKinney. I think the defense has gotten pretty comfortable in this game. They just keep making plays. 3rd and 14. That is caught right in front of Damian Charles at the 31-yard line. I like how the Bears started this game. They attacked the defense because playing passively honestly gets you nowhere against Denver. But this team can adjust, and the windows against this defense are so small. You have to be locked in for a long time, and there's just not much room for error. But Chicago moving the football once again for the first time in a while. 8.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Uh-oh, here's pressure again. Locke meets Palmer. 2nd sack of the ball game. Palmer was the Super Bowl MVP a year ago. Against the Bears 2 years ago, that was Cam Smithson. Pass hauled in. It's Cooper once again to the 25-yard line. 3rd and 4 now for the Bears. They run it inside. There goes Cohen to the 15. 9-yard run. Under 7 to go now. Pitch to Cohen. Gets a big block and is inside the 5 and taken out of bounds by Xavier Watts. Bears looking for their first touchdown, and Knox is in. And right there is the first touchdown we've allowed in a Super Bowl in this series. The starters were all on the field for that, by the way. Courtney Jean-Charles, and the offense takes over. Looks like Sheffield's day is done as Jean-Charles picks up a nice first down here himself. A lot of questions this offseason about if he'll be on the team going forward or not. Jean-Charles wants to leave the pocket, but he gets wrapped up, and there is Alan Argento. Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game. On 2nd down, Jean-Charles hit again, lost the ball in the process, and Chicago will take over. Now getting some pressure against Denver. Big play by this Bears defense. Now at the 42-yard line, it's Drew Lock on 1st down. On the outside, hauled in by Allen Robinson. And the backups are indeed in now for this Denver defense. Jameel Garland is the deep safety as this catch is made by Williams, and the Bears are back inside the 10. Crowding the box now on 3rd and goal. Knox spins to the 1 and did not get in. And they're going to kick a field goal? Well, the Bears getting some more points, 36-13. That's a fake now for Courtney Jean-Charles, and he loses the football. It's Argento, and he is going to run this in for a Bears touchdown as they go on a nice run here in the 4th quarter, but it's still nowhere near enough. This to make it a 2-possession ball game. Lock to the air. Pretty good coverage, and he's hit. Ball is out, and there's Deacon picking it up. Walker had the hit, and here goes Deacon across the 50, and he's slowing down. There's Williams, and nobody to lateral the football to. 17-point game. Just a few seconds to go in this one. Jean-Charles hands off. Danny Heath gets a couple. And that cements it, everybody. A dynasty of defense. The third consecutive Super Bowl championship for the Denver Broncos. What a 3-year run. What's still amazing to me is thinking about how unlikely the run to the Super Bowl last year was. And now we've won 3 in a row because of that odds-defying run. I knew that when it came time to make a decision at quarterback, that I had to think about this defense and how to keep them together. And maybe we could have done this all with Taquan Layton having a large contract, but I wanted to really make sure we wouldn't have to let anybody go. We had Boogie Turner, Jamari Akinjide, Eric Palmer all dominating on their rookie contracts. Young Eric McKinney, JT Granger stepping up. And then you consider all the veterans with Bradley Chubb, Damian Charles, Darnell Savage. This is a special football team, and we have now pulled off a three-peat as Super Bowl champs. Thank you all for supporting another season in this series. I did not expect us to be quite this dominant, and we are on like the same exact settings and everything that we were last year. It's just so much of this defense is still getting better, and very little of it is actually regressing in any way, and none of that regression is actually meaningful. So we've just been getting better and better, and now I don't think there's any topping what we did this year, allowing such few touchdowns, so little points. It may never happen again, but it got us to 3 championships, so mission accomplished there. I really enjoyed this franchise, and I'm glad I've been able to go so far with this team. And I've thought about how to keep the series going, and if it would be better to maybe even go to a new team in this franchise. And that's something I may still explore, but I do not plan on doing that for year 9. I've talked about this in my latest channel member live stream. What I want to do is take a look at some of the contracts here with this team and make them a bit more realistic, because a lot of times Madden lets you get some contracts that are a lot lower than they should be. And that's one of the reasons why we've been able to keep this team together for so long, is that contracts never became as difficult as they should have. Like, realistically, we shouldn't be able to field a defense that is quite this good. So I'm going to look at some contracts like Boogie Turner's, and I'm planning on comparing it a lot more to Aaron Donald's, probably in terms of like percentage of cap space taken up. And I'm thinking about going to the rest of the league and not doing this on our team, but fixing some of the ratings, because we weren't able to get the XP progression in this series that I was hoping for other teams. And I would like to make this series more challenging and more realistic so it can continue and still be exciting. But thank you all for another great year in the Denver Broncos franchise. I hope you've been entertained and have enjoyed the episodes, and I'm hoping to make them even better moving forward. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're ready for more of the Denver Broncos franchise. We may eventually go to a new team, but we'll talk about that down the road. Enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Off season coming next weekend. Have a great day, everybody.